सोमं स्वस्ति भुवन्
This Saturday in Western Massachusetts, the Indian audience is going to have a great treat. Gandharv Choir with 32 musicians from India. They are going to have a stellar performance here. And today in our studio, we have Madhup Mudgal. He is the leader of the team and also principal of Gandharv Mahavidyalaya in Delhi. We are going to talk to him about his own musical journey and his program coming up on Saturday. Also, his Boston program kicks off his US tour. He's also going to perform in Houston and several concerts in Washington, D.C. Welcome to our studio and thank you very much for our time. Namaskar. So we are very excited to have you and your team here in Boston, and we are looking forward to your program on Saturday. Now, this is the first time many in Boston are going to hear about a choir performing Indian classical music. So if you can just tell us a little bit about where this concept of choir comes into play.
See, in India, the choir concept is not there, but group singing or samugan, that is there. Like in the Vedic rituals used to be sung together in a group. Folk music is also sung together. Concept of proper choral music, that is quite new in India. We have, my father started our choir in 1972 when we were invited for Lincoln Center Performing Arts for the 3rd International Choral Festival. And we also performed in Kennedy Center that time. So we're coming for the second time this time.
So now in Boston or in the US or even in India, most of the listeners are very used to, when we talk about classical music, we are used to listening or seeing solos or duets. And so tell us a little bit, what is the difference between the choir and the solo performers?
See, in the choir, when we present classical music, like we present Drupad, Dhamar, Tarana, Chaturang, Trivat, we don't present Khayal as such. That is very individualistic. In Drupad, Dhamar, Khayal, we can manage to compose piece for the choir. And we have, in the choir, we get a different feeling. Same music, but a different enjoyment, and it's very difficult to explain in words, but it's a very nice and different feeling.
So now many of us in Boston, we are very curious about how this classical music in this form is going to sound and going to feel. So what should we expect there?
See, you can, we also use Western choral techniques. We use harmony, but limited harmony, like we don't change the pitch. So you'll hear harmony, Western techniques. Different sound, it's a different sound absolutely. You wouldn't have heard this sound before, because we keep the tanpuras also. We don't use any electronic instrument. We have classical pieces, then we have Carnatic piece also, then we have folk music, and then we have experimental pieces. We're using sargams. So that is a very different concept and very different type of compositions.
So now, in one of your interviews, which actually we published in our newspaper in Indian News, you had mentioned this Indian iconic movie of my time, Bobby, and you mentioned that one of the songs was taken from the folk song which you will be performing at the show in Boston.
There's a Konkani folk song taught to us by Pandit Jitendra Abhisheki ji. That song is also has also been used in film Bobby.
So which song is that?
That is Na Mangu Sona Jani Na Na Da 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 Da. This song, and when we sing it, it's How Sai Bapul Tori Baita Da Mulya Log Nagabaita. It goes like this.
Okay, excellent. So we are really looking forward to that,
Yeah,
and I'm sure that many of my generation will go crazy with this song here.
And we have different other folk songs also from other different.
Like just give us few.
No, we have Bihari song,
Mm-hmm.
we have UP, then we have Kannada Akka Mahadevi. Akka Kedava Nanondu Kanasa Kande Nanondu Kanasa Kande Nanondu Kanasa Kande. This is a Kannada vachan.
Excellent. So the language is not going to be a barrier, it's going to be for everybody can have.
We have a robust Punjabi folk song also in the end.
Oh, can you just one line of that? Or you do want to keep it secret?
No, it's but.
Okay.
Balle balle ni channa paya dole vattaru balle.
Excellent.
This is one part of that song.
Good. Now, I am told that you are basically a classical musician, but you are very much open to experimenting music from different genres, different places, worldwide. Tell us a little bit about that.
I've worked with different musicians, like Brazilian musicians. I've worked twice. Then once with a Belgian group.
Mm-hmm.
I find it quite interesting to do that once in a while, not always.
No, okay.
Otherwise, you lose out on your.
Sure.
But once in a while, when you go there when you go to a different country and you work with other musicians, you gain in a different sort of way.
Okay. Now you are traveling with 32 people in the group and so many instruments and all those things. How easy or difficult or challenging is to manage the logistics?
Yeah, it is quite difficult, but yeah, still we have so much fun and we enjoy it together.
Excellent.
So it works out very nicely in the
Yeah.
end.
Now, this is the 32 minutes. This is the largest group you were traveling in the US, or you have traveled before with
No, last time also we were not this much. It was around 25 the last time.
Okay.
This is the biggest group.
This is the biggest group so far, exactly. Now, before I let you go, I want to also ask you the future of Indian classical music in India and also overseas. And how do you look at the Indian classical music?
See, there are many young musicians coming up. You can say, but it is expanding, and many more people are coming to listen to classical music than before. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
But I would still go in for that period when 25 or 30 years before last, before this period.
Sure.
The last 100 years or so, that was the golden era.
Mm-hmm.
And that's always, in the arts, it's always this up and down, it goes on.
What about the technology? Is technology having any impact on just in general music?
Yeah, I mean, it is having an impact, not, I wouldn't say in a very positive way,
Okay.
because they tend to use the mic as an instrument.
Mm-hmm.
The mic should be kept at such a distance that you get the real sound
Okay.
and not the sound of the mic.
Okay. Now, talking about the mic and the sound, I'm just curious as myself. I'll be attending the program. That what should we really, expect? What are the things we should be really paying attention to when you are listening to the choir? As a listener, it's very easy to go, okay, I'm going to listen, but also I think there is an art to listen music.
Yeah, and get to hear a whole variety from starting with serious music and then folk music, Ravindra Sangeet, and then whole panorama. You have a whole large variety of songs which you can expect to hear in one concert.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you very much for coming, and we are looking forward to seeing you on Saturday.
Thank you.